Welcome back to my channel. This is Kuldeep here, and today I am going to talk on the topic that how to learn the Selenium automation. I will say that it is a very generic question that a lot of people used to ask me, that they want to learn the Selenium, what they should do. I have put all the questions that people generally ask to me. I will try to give the answers to those questions as a part of this video. The people ask the questions like, I want to learn the Selenium. What should I do? How I can start? What do I need to learn? How much Java is required? And how long it will take to learn the Selenium automation? These are the questions generally people ask. Okay. And let me try to guide you with the knowledge and the experience I have. And I am very sure that it will helpful to you to learn the Selenium automation. Okay, friends. But before starting to the session, I want to know from you that why do you want to learn the Selenium? Ideally, the answer of this question should come from your side, but I have put few answers and I am very sure that your answers are aligned with these answers. Okay. The answer can be like you want to grow in your career. That's why you want to upgrade your skill set and learning the automation. You already have experience in the manual testing and now you want to switch to the automation. Okay. You want to switch the job for the better career opportunities, right? Another answer can be not getting the more interview calls as don't have the exposure on the automation skills. So friends, these are the couple of possible answers I know for the why you want to learn the Selenium. Okay. And I hope that it makes sense. So before telling you how you can learn the Selenium, I want to tell you a very important principle, okay, that is applicable for any UI automation tool. So the concept says that in any UI automation tool, we need to take care of two things. So first thing is we need to identify the web elements which are present on that web page, and there are the methods which are supported by that particular tool. So with the help of those methods, we need to interact on those web elements. Believe me that any UI automation tool work on these two principles. Okay. Let's consider that this is my web page and here this is the registration page. What will be the UI component or the web elements here? Anything which you can see on this screen is treated as a web element. Here the radio button, male, female, they are the web element. Your text field, okay, like first name, last name, or this drop down. There are certain links present on the bottom side of this screen. So these all are the web element. What we need to do with the UI automation tools, we need to first identify this web element, and there are the methods. With help of those, we need to interact on this web element. What does it mean by interacting on this web element? Let's say like I want to select this checkbox or I want to select some dates from this drop down list. That can be achieved with the help of methods that are supported by the web element. So which means you need to identify the web element and you need to interact with those elements, and that is applicable to any UI automation tool, right? Having said that, if you have learned any UI automation tool, you can easily learn other as well, and basic concepts remain the same. Obviously there will be difference in the architecture of the tool, there will be differences in the language syntax, okay, and the way we identify the locators, but the basic principle remains same. Means you need to identify the web element and you need to interact with those. And if you're comfortable with any UI automation tool like Selenium, you can easily learn Cypress, Playwright, Catalan, Renorex. I will say like it will not be challenging in that case. So hope you are getting the point here. Now let's try to understand that as we have a lot of tools in the market already, like Selenium, Cypress, Playwright, Catalan, Renorex, but why we need to start with the Selenium, or why a lot of people are planning to learn the Selenium? Guys, there are a couple of reasons. One of the basic reason is that the Selenium is in the market from a quite long time. Means the people who have started the automations couple of years back, they are using the Selenium extensively. That is the biggest reason. Along with that, it is an open source tool. It is easy to learn. It supports the multiple language, like it supports the C Sharp, Java, Python, Perl, which means if you're comfortable in any of these languages, you can pick that for your automation. Okay, it is open source tool, so you don't need to pay any kind of money to learn it. Okay, you can simply download the jar files and you can start using it, and it has the huge community support. Means if you are stuck at any point, then you can simply google the your question and you will easily able to get the answers. Along with that, a lot of free content are available on the YouTube, so you can watch it and you can learn it. Okay, it is easily integrated with the tools like the TestNG, Jenkins, and the Maven. These are the reason that's why the Selenium is quite popular in the market, and a lot of people wants to learn the Selenium. As I told, if you have learned the Selenium, then you can learn any other tool very easily. Okay, so let's move to the next point. So the next question generally people ask that how much Java I need to learn to start the Selenium. Here I will say that you need to know basic concepts of Java, and I will say like you're good to go to learn the Selenium. So I have listed down the topics you need to cover as a part of Java learning. You should be good with your OOPS concept like abstraction, interface, inheritance, polymorphism, and encapsulation. So you should know these things very clearly, because if you want to use the Java in as a programming language for the Selenium, then you should be very clear with it. And why I'm taking the example of the Java here is that most of people learn the Java in their graduation day. So that's why I have taken the example of the Java here. Okay. Along with that, you should be good with the variables. What are the data types in the Java? What is the overloading, overriding, constructors, access specifier, modifiers, and working with the control statements and iteration statements, arrays and string as well, right? And collection framework is also required, but for the starting stage, it is not required at all. You can learn over the time. So you can skip it as a initial learning phase. So that is completely fine. Now let's talk about the topics that you need to learn from the Selenium side. I have listed down a couple of topics, and if you have learned these topics, then I must say that you will be able to automate some basic test cases. Over the time, if you are doing the practice, if you are doing coding on the regular basis, then obviously you can enhance your knowledge over the time. So the topics you need to know, the concept of locators in the Selenium. So as a part of that, actually you need to cover the XPath, CSS selector, access methods, how you can handle the checkbox and the radio buttons, handling the drop downs, static, dynamic, auto suggestion, alerts, exceptions, actions classes, handling iframes, windows, working with the tables, bits. So these are the basic concepts you should know to start with the Selenium. There are a lot of websites, so you can pick those websites for the automation, and you can start playing around those things. And I'm sure like you will gain the confidence over the time, right? Apart from that, we should know some basic knowledge of some supporting tools like the TestNG. TestNG basically it is a testing framework, and with help of the TestNG, we can control the test cases execution. Along with that, it provides the reporting capabilities. For the starting point, I will say just get the basic idea like how you can execute your test cases with the TestNG, right? And there are the build management tool like Apache Maven or the Gradle. So you can learn any of these. But as I told, you need just basic knowledge. Okay, you don't need to be expert in any of these tools. You should know one code repository tool like the GitHub or the Bitbucket. Okay, you should know like how you can check in your code, how you can resolve the conflicts, how you can merge the branch. Okay, how you can create the branch. I will say like the basic knowledge of these things you can have in the starting. Over the time, you can definitely improve your skills on these areas as well. Okay, friends. Now coming to the last question. To be very frank, it is too difficult for me to answer this question as well. So the people are asking like how many days required to learn the Selenium. So I will say like it depends completely on your interest and commitment and how much time you are able to devote to learn the Selenium. So I assume like you are working somewhere and definitely due to your current assignments, you will not able to give dedicated time. You will not able to spend much time on learning the Selenium. But I will say like if you are able to spend the 2 hours on the daily basis and doing the practice, okay, I'm sure like you will able to complete all this content whatever I have written here within a span of the 3 months. Okay, once you are clear with the basics, then obviously you can improve your knowledge once you are working on the project or the. I will say like there is no definition of as such expert. Okay, you can keep improving the things. You can learn over the time, gain a lot of more experience. But to start with the Selenium, these things are sufficient. If you're following these things, so I'm very sure that you will able to learn the Selenium. If you still have any question, then feel free to put your questions in the comment section of this video, and I will be more than happy to answer your questions. So friends, that's it for today's video. I hope it is helpful to start your journey in Selenium learning. Thank you for watching my channel. Please like, comment, share and subscribe. Thank you so much.